are such an asshole.
Hello, this is old Capmeister here, and we had a very nice young lady. We do have female fans in the audience. They're not common, but they're there, and she might have a little crush on the captain there. Just saying, the old Capmeister there still. I think it's the Ford hat. So she paid a handsome thing for me to do an original video response. And then because she cares, says, I don't think I want you doing a video response to the topic I had in mind. I think you'll get in trouble. And she says, can I just get 2 Cappy originals? I love originals because then I get to talk about what I want to talk about, which is increasingly rare. And so today, since she's a female, and we want to help out the ladies, I decided to do a public service announcement for women. Now, the problem is, though, you cannot just merely give women information or explain things if you're a man, because there's no more merely, well, I'd like to explain things to you or convey information or knowledge or wisdom, and that's merely explanation. You try and help people out. That's called mansplaining now. And so anytime that happens, you don't explain things, you mansplain things to them. So, and tongue-in-cheek aside, this is true, and we're going to talk about how the car heater works, ladies. I know that sounds condescending. I'm sorry. I have dated a few of your kind. I have spent many hours with Team Woman, and being from Minnesota, the car heater is kind of important. And without fail, it would be January. I'm picking up Susie Q. It doesn't matter. It doesn't nearly. I'm being honest, girls. Nearly every girl did this in Minnesota. It'd be January. There were times it was 10 below. And I go out there, fire up the car. She's in there. And the first thing the girls would do is reach over the heater and turn it on full blast. Now, this car had been sitting outside overnight or for several hours and was the same temperature as the air around it. So the engine and all the car has a temperature of minus 10 degrees. So all women ended up managing to do was take what was already a cold situation and add wind chill to it. So you are blasting minus 10 degrees on your body and your face. And gosh, if I had a nickel every time I had to turn that damn heater off and say, the car isn't heated up. And in more than one instance, she says, but it's the heater. So let's explain it. In physics, they will call it a system. Maybe you're more familiar with a platform. But the point is, the car is an entity. We could call it a system, but it's an entity. And within that entity or system, there is no heat when it sits out there in minus 10 degrees, even if you start it up. Okay. And since there is no heat in the system, no matter what you do to the heater, turn it all the way up, turn the temperature all the way up, it's just going to blow no heat on you. And it's going to take, well, the heater will take whatever air's around it and blast it into the car, which means it's pulling it from outside, although it does kind of go through the radiator and stuff like that. And so you are just making people colder is what you're doing. You have to wait for the car to heat up because the car heater, although that changes, I guess some modern cars probably have a direct electric heater where it just heats up right away. You have to wait for the car to heat up because the heater pulls from the car's heat to heat up the inside, which is why you have automatic starters to heat the car up, let it start, and then you turn the heat on or you leave it on overnight. Not that it's running, but then you hit the button, the car starts up, you let it run for 10 minutes, and then it's nice and roasty toasty on the inside because the heat is not there right then at that moment, but the potential for heat is there in the fuel, in the gasoline, in the take engine, so that when you hit the start button or you turn it on, the spark goes boom, and it blows up little explosions. I don't know how many hundreds per minute, thousands maybe, I don't know how fast an engine goes. Little gas explosions happening in the cylinders and the pistons, and even a little bit of friction causes heat as well. And over time, the engine will heat up, and the coolant that goes to cool the engine will heat up, and it'll get the perfect temperature, and then that heat will then transfer via the heater into the car. That is how most car heaters work, right? So if you happen to be, it's winter time now, and all over the country it's pretty cold. I'm pretty sure most of you do use heaters. But ladies, especially if you're on a first date, in general, but especially on the first date, if you be in Minnesota or Wisconsin or the Dakotas and it's minus 10 degrees, don't turn the air on. That's just the world's worst air conditioning in the middle of winter. Just give it time. Be patient. There's a thermometer there that goes up. It'll tell you if it's in it. And then once that gets up a little bit, then you can turn on the heat. So there you go. There's my public service announcement. I'm glad we had this chat. Yeah. Okay. So Ashley's right. If you don't have a Tesla, right? Tesla would be electric. So I bet you Tesla, those heat up right away because it's all electric. Which is why I surmised the technology would have advanced to that point. All right. No super chats. There you go. Links to all my cool stuff below. Ladies, if you'd like to know other things like how car heaters work, actually, I don't have any books on that. I do have books on finance. Personal finance, and anybody can read those, and you benefit from it. But I don't want to mansplain. I don't want to mansplain how an IRA works. I don't want to be condescending and mansplain how the liberal arts are a bad educational investment. You just go take care of yourselves. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.